Cassava planting secrets, step-by-step guide. Step number 5, intercropping for income and soil fertility. These are sustainable techniques that increase yields by 70% while cutting costs by 50%. Understanding the power of cassava intercropping system. Cassava's slow early growth and wide spacing create enormous opportunities for intercropping. Growing additional crop between cassava rows during the first 3 to 5 months before cassava canopy closes, generating additional income from the same land while improving soil fertility. Optimizing land use efficiently, diversifying production, reducing risk, and in the case of legume intercrops, actually improving cassava yields through nitrogen fixation and improved soil biology. These economics are compelling. A hectare of cassava alone might generate between 2,400 to 3,200 gross income. That is between 24 to 28 tons and $100 to $120 per ton, minus the between $400 to $600 costs. This is equals to between $2,000 to $2,600 net or $600 net, while the same hectare intercropped with maize, beans or groundnuts generates cassava income of between 2,400 to 3,200 plus intercropping income of between $400 to $800 depending on intercrop on the intercrop and management, minus slightly higher costs of between $500 to $700, which is equals to between 2,500 and 3,300 net, a 20 to 30% income improvement from identical land with minimal additional investment. Beyond economics, intercropping provides food security through diversified production. Earlier returns, that is intercrops harvest at between 3 to 5 months, providing income months before cassava harvest, and agronomic benefits including legume nitrogen contribution, improved soil cover, reducing soil erosion, and enhanced biological diversity. The biological complementarity of cassava legume intercropping is particularly powerful. Cassava requires minimal nitrogen during the first 3 to 4 months while establishing roots, making nitrogen competition from intercrops relatively unimportant during this period. But benefits from legume nitrogen residues after intercrop harvest when cassava enters rapid growth phase, that is between 4 to 10 months, and nitrogen demand peaks. Legume intercrops like beans, cowpeas, or groundnuts fix atmospheric nitrogen through root nodules, some of which becomes available to cassava after legume harvest through residue decomposition, effectively providing free nitrogen fertilization worth between $40 to $80 per hectare while generating food and income. Research across multiple environments show that cassava intercropped with legumes often yield between 10 to 20% more than sold cassava despite the competition, attributed to improved nitrogen availability, enhanced soil biological activity, and better weed suppression from intercrop ground cover. Let's look at implementing successful cassava intercropping. Select intercrop species matching your food preferences, market opportunities, and agronomic suitability. Legumes including beans, cowpeas, groundnuts, or pigeon pea provides nitrogen fixation, food security, and market income. Cereals including maize or sorghum provide staple food and income but extract soil nutrients, requiring attention to fertility. Vegetables including tomatoes, peppers, or leaf greens provide high value production but require more intensive management. Avoid tall competitive crops that would shade cassava excessively or crops with similar pest or disease problems as cassava. Legumes represent optimal intercrop choice for most farmers, combining income, food, and soil fertility benefits. Design planting arrangements optimizing both crops. Alternate row intercropping, planting intercrops in rows between cassava rows. Example, cassava rows at 1 meter spacing, alternating with bean rows, creating cassava bean pattern with 1 meter between each row. Provides easiest management, good light distribution, and reasonable intercrop yields of between 60 to 80% of sole crop. Within row spacing or within row intercropping, planting intercrops between cassava plants within rows. Cassava at 1 by 1 meter with the 2 to 3 bean plants between each cassava plant in rows. Maximizes intercrop population but requires careful management, avoiding excessive competition. For most farmers, alternate row system provides best balance of yield, management ease, and risk management. Timing is also critical. Plant intercrops simultaneously with cassava or within 1 to 2 weeks of cassava planting, ensuring both crops establish together. An intercrop canopy develops, contributing to weed suppression during the critical early period. Early maturing intercrops like beans maturing between 75 to 90 days, cowpeas between 80 to 100 days, providing income while cassava canopy is developing. Avoid excessive competition and leave residues that benefit cassava during its peak growth phase. Harvest intercrops at physiological maturity. When intercrop production is complete, removing harvested portions but maintaining residues on the field to decompose and contribute nutrients and organic matter to the cassava crop. Modest additional fertilizer for intercropping. While cassava alone requires minimal purchased fertilizer in reasonable soils, intercropping benefits from modest fertility support, ensuring both crops produce well. Apply 20 to 40 kg of nitrogen per hectare at planting, about 100 to 200 kg of NPK compound fertilizer, providing starter fertility for both crops. Or incorporate between 2 to 3 tons of compost or manure if available. This modest investment, that is costing between $40 to $100, generates additional intercrop production worth between $400 to $800, clearly justifying the expense. Cassava Farming Secrets Step-by-Step Guide, Step number 6. Click the link on the description below and watch this very inspiring step. Thank you for watching.